Yeah, I was having a pretty good night. Started out in Rochester, but I don't know. Uh, Having a Baltimore without radar, not great. So then I finally racked up all this steel from clan battles and ranked battles and couldn't make up my mind what ship to get. And I decided, oh, I sure like that Z-42. So I think I'll go ahead and take that one, and did pretty well for her first flights. But finally lost one, and it was a tough one. I was the last one alive. So then I decided to take out North Carolina. And now let's see what happened in that battle. All right, so we're on the Northern Lights map, and we have one submarine, one, two destroyers, one, two, three cruisers, one, two, three, four, five battleships, and one aircraft carrier on each team. We have a division composed of the TSIOF chain of clans. This group is from the composed of TSIOF 3 mostly. Then there's some on the other side too. Now that's Sea Lord Mountbatten's clan. I have spawned closest to the eastern flank, so on this side, sometimes we like to go up the 910 line, sometimes we like to come back around and go up the middle. Our T61 is asking which way do we want to go. I said I'll follow him.
All forces, capture the base. Denied.
Ranger's in a hurry to capture the base. T61 is a little smarter than that. I'm asking him if he has RPF. That way we can tell which way the enemy might be coming from. He's asking RPF. I'm telling him the radio locate. It's a captain's skill. Oh, Canarius, what are you doing? Says he has hydro. So he does not have radio locate. No problem. We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
Repel air attack.
Oh, Canarius, you want to go around the 910 line. I don't like that. We either all go together over there, or we are going to die separated. Right away, he is detected by the aircraft.
All forces, provide cover for that target. Get back!
I'm telling him, be a good idea to get back. Now our T-61's telling him to get back, but to be honest, once he committed like that, it's not going to be easy to get back. He's trying. I think he'll die doing it. I can't get over there to help him, but I will go over and try to help him out if he's alive at the end of this. Nope. So there's a Pensacola, a Littorio, and uh-oh, our T-61 just found the Genevny. Okay, well, I see T-61 is throwing some torps at the Genevny. Genevny is nose in. T-61 is turned away, so he can get away if he needs to.
On the designated target.
Genevny just has short little
Reporting the
four-case
position of a strategic
torps.
target.
His guns are pretty good. Alright, now there's the Pensacola, and I was loaded with HE because I was looking for the
We've spotted an enemy
DD,
submarine.
which of course I did not find. So intent on helping out our T-61 that I was not paying attention to my own business. And uh-oh, we've already lost 2 ships. Canarius? Oh, good, okay. Well, they just lost 1. Now, Littorio's guns are not looking at me. The only thing looking at me is Ranger. Oh, good. Okay, our T-61 got the Genevny. And I don't know who did damage. Probably Littorio did a little damage to the T-61. He's going to keep his guns on our DD. I'm going to just keep on pegging away at him. He's got 2 fires on him, looks like. His guns are turned so far behind him that he's not going to be able to do anything to me with them. Now, what I don't want to do is let him catch me and ram me or something. Alright, he's taking damage from our Warspite just right behind us. And at this angle, I'm just keeping the HE loaded. It's doing just fine. Keeping it lit up. Okay. He's just burning, burning, burning. Alright, Warspite finished him.
Well done, Commander.
Oh, okay, T-61's giving me the well done. Well, he definitely did a good job too.
Roger.
I'll remember to comp him after this battle. Alright, now we're loaded with AP.
All stations requesting fire on the designated
Get my
target.
spotter up. See if I can hit this Renown on the run.
Well done, Commander.
If he stays straight, I just might tag him. North Carolina has very decent guns. Hard hitting. Oh, they look pretty good. Oh yeah, there you go. Citadel. 2 pins, 2 overpins. Okay, now Mayoko, that'll be a trickier shot.
All stations concentrate fire on the target.
Part of the TSOF group that's out there. So if I had seen it in time, I would have taken the shots at that Rochester. He's just sitting still. Well, now we have lost 3, they've lost 3. Oh, Borodino's driving on our cap. I think he'll be down, but he's the only shot I've got right now. Gonna be a while before I get around here far enough to do anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over him.
Spotter returning to ship.
Yeah. Kind of bracketed him.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Oh, I just noticed our Ranger has the Jervis all over him. He's in trouble. Okay, so they lost the Borodino, but we lost the Leon.
Requesting assistance.
I don't know how the Ranger has time to type.
Enemy submarine
Well,
spotted.
doesn't matter. He's dead now. Now he has plenty of time to type. When I'm driving carriers or anything else, I'm busy. I don't have time to type. Okay. Anyway, I've made it around here where they can see me, I can see them. Now let's start doing some damage here. Mayoko. You might have a bad day here. Yeah. Okay.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
That helps a lot. Okay. We are down by one ship still. They have lost 5. We have lost 6, including our carrier. They still have their carrier.
Get back.
Did a little damage to the Rochester, not enough.
Negative.
I just got a Rochester not too long ago and got it out of a crate. So good thing it was free because... So, uh-oh, something's in our cap. It's a Baltimore that does not have any... Oh, got him. Does not have any radar. It has hydro, has real good concealment for a cruiser.
Ship is on fire.
Okay, we have evened things up now. Trying to make sure my targeting reticle was good. Okay, Colorado down. Was on the Colorado because he was the lowest one. Okay, so Renown is just going to keep me lit up. I'm running my heel a little early because it'll keep running while I'm taking more damage. Oh, got another Citadel on that Renown too.
Problem solved, sir. Enemy destroyer sighted.
What I don't want to do is take his torps though.
Ship is on fire.
He has 6K torps, I believe. Yep, 6K. It's going to keep lighting me up though. I'm going to open up a little bit too much here to the West Virginia. Oh, and he did heavy damage to me too. Keep on swinging around. If I can get to my heel, I'll be alright for a bit. Oh, that gave me a high caliber. Shoot at his guns. Missed, apparently. Okay, heel coming. There we go, got it. That got me a Kraken with my secondaries. North Carolina's not famous for having secondaries, but she has them. Oh, I missed. I didn't need to miss that. Alright, Sim's got their carrier. Thank you very much. Oh, I got him. He got me.
Our team is
Got
taking
him
the
with a
lead.
Citadel. And that makes
Enemy
6.
battleship destroyed.
Okay, so their sub is in our base. Our Massachusetts is resetting him. But our Massachusetts is hurting big time. We've got a Mogami and our Warspite coming in, and if they can get into their base before that Catchalot comes back up for air, then we should be able to win. We just have to get into their base and hold it, and don't go down there and try to chase down the Catchalot. Oh boy. Yeah, Massachusetts down to 3,000 HP.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Uh-oh. He's going to take any of those torps he's dead. He's going to take them all. Darn. Yeah. Oh well. That is the Massachusetts major weakness. They don't have any ASW, so they really can't defend themselves against a submarine. 5K with the airdrop depth charges just isn't enough. Alright. Omagami's edging over to the border just so that if he can get shots he will, and throwing torps out. Thank goodness he knows what he's doing. I'm going to stay right here. Cachalot came back up and is trying to cap, but we're way ahead of them. We will win easily now. Well, that turned out to be a pretty decent game, to say the least. I'll even call it a really good game. Got lucky. It was tier 6, 7, 8, and I was top tier. But kind of in a tricky spot there, trying to rush their base all by myself. But they were all pointed the other way. I figured I'd get away with it. And I did, for the most part. Well enough. Here it is. Alright, I told them all. Good game, everyone. Both teams. It was. Barely held on. Alright, 175,000 in damage. That's a good tier 8 battle. 68 main battery target hits, of which 47 of them did damage, and 21 of them did no damage. And that does happen sometimes too. 4 aircraft shot down, 6 ships destroyed, 5 fires started, most of them on that Littorio, 5 citadels. That's a good night there. And then 34 secondary hits. Those took down at least one of the ships I was fighting against. So 5 kills got me the Kraken, and then the high caliber for 4 more enemy ships, and then close quarters expert for my secondaries taking down the 1 ship. And ended up on top of the leaderboard with 2022 base XP and I only had 855,000 in potential damage. With all those shots being thrown at me, I guess a lot of them were actually hitting. Somehow I felt like I was going to tank over 1,000,000. Well, doesn't matter. I did my job. So I was able to take down the Renown for most of his health, Miyoko for about half of his health, West Virginia, and Pensacola. Each of those, I think West Virginia is probably about a third of his health. Somebody had been already working on him. And Pensacola had already taken some damage too, but that was about half of his. And then Colorado was already hurting by that time, so that was about maybe 20%. And then the Rochester, he was already hurting by that time too. I just finished the job. But the Littorio, I did most of the work on him, so Warspite was able to finish that. So might have been a 7-kill game at the rate I was going there. Anyway, that brought in 317, almost 318,000 in credits, which I definitely needed. And then almost 3,000 in free XP. 526 Elite Commander XP, and then 10,500 in regular Commander XP. Alright, let's take a look at that captain. So Maurice Wheeler, he's at Commodore level 11 right now, and I have been moving my other captains up to the Iowa and the Montana, so I've been bringing him along a little bit at a time. And so far I have on him gun feeder so that I can switch shell types quickly, grease the gears so that even though I am twisting and turning, I can still keep my guns on a target, adrenaline rush so that when I do lose HP, which you saw me do that, especially toward the end there, then that gives me faster reload time, and that helps out a lot when you're in those situations where you're duking it out one-on-one, or even in my case 1-on-2. And then Emergency Repair Expert is going to run my heal a little bit longer and my repair party a little bit longer, my damage control party, so that I am repairing more damage and also keeping from lighting up again anytime soon. So that helped out. I still was in trouble, but it helped. Alright, so for my equipment, I am running Main Armaments Mod 1, so it helps keep my guns in the fight, not getting knocked out too quick. Damage Control System Mod 1, so that it helps cut down the risk of catching fire, but you can see I catch fire a lot, especially certain ships have a higher fire starting chance, and the Renown's one of them. Then Artillery Plotting Room Mod 1 is the mod that gives me a longer range, and then I was able to extend that using my spotter plane. So I was able to land some shells at very long distances for Tier 8. And then rudder shift time is going to, that allowed me to turn more quickly. I was able to get around early in the battle and get around there and work on the Pensacola and the Littorio. Not enough time to help out my cruiser that was back there, but once I got back there, then I was able to maneuver pretty quickly. And then the same thing at the end of that battle, where I was able to maneuver and try to dodge a few of the shots and avoid taking any torpedoes and such. And then last was the Concealment Systems Mod 1, which helps out a lot of times when I'm in the high tier matches and I want to fire, go dark, reposition myself, take another shot, go dark, reposition myself, and I'm not constantly under fire. Now this battle, I was pretty much up close and personal, except when I went behind the big island, and I was concealed anyway there. But once I got into range, I was shooting and I was spotted the whole time. Now, I am running the hull B, so that gives me the extra hit points, and I am running Fire Control Systems Mod 2. That gives me that longer firing range. I'm up to 27K with all my other mods on there and everything. I have maximum range 27 kilometers, which is pretty awesome, especially with any kind of accuracy. 330 meters of dispersion, so quite a bit of dispersion. But if you've watched my RNG video, you understand that our shells are landing inside an ellipse and they're going to tend toward the center if you have good sigma. And I have pretty good sigma on the North Carolina, and she was landing her shells in this battle. Then I'm running the propulsion modification so that I get 28.9 maximum speed. So I was able to get around that big island and get up by their cap where I was challenging them again and not taking my guns out of the fight too long. I get a spotting aircraft. I have a choice of going with the fighter, but I was willing to let their aircraft carriers take the shots at me. I get 5 heals, and I needed all of them. Don't know if I got to use all of them, but they are a real good heal. They heal back a big chunk of my damage taken, as long as I haven't taken any citadels or torpedoes. All right, well, North Carolina, she's sitting here in her silver camo that I got from silver rank battles, and she is a real nice looking battleship. She's not as chunky looking as some of the other battleships in the American line, like the Minnesota. She's a true, I would say a fast battleship. She's in the South Dakota class. She's the same class as the Massachusetts. Not quite as good with her secondaries, but she is, I think, better with her main guns. Although either one of us can do pretty good damage with either ones, given the right situation. She has 2 sets of 3 barrels up forward and 1 turret with 3 barrels back aft. So her best work is done when she's able to put those forward barrels on her targets, and sometimes I avoid showing too much broadside, and so I don't get to use my aft guns as much. But North Carolina, as all American battleships, are very vulnerable to taking citadels underneath her guns and underneath her stacks. So if I open up too much, like I had to against that Renown, and then West Virginia clapped me, and I have had some ships like some of the French battleships and some of the German battleships are able to clap me and one-shot me and put me down altogether. So fortunately, the West Virginia was not able to do that. But it was a close call. She did eventually, but I was able to lucked out and did the job back to her. All right, well, that was a very good battle. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. So have a good evening, and I'll see you in the game.